Hello.
Hello. We're back
We are back.
on another one. Welcome to the
Winner Seat
Podcast, WSP. May is the source here.
And I am Natasha.
Yes.
And I just want to say something.
Yeah.
We have been dropping some serious gems.
Yeah.
We need love. We need some likes. We need some subscriptions. We need you to share with a friend. We need all of that because there's so many more gems that we have. Like I am a vessel full of gems. I gave you guys some crazy gems last night.
Oh,
right?
hell yeah.
And I didn't even, I haven't even talked about it on the podcast. And I may not if I don't feel like it. If I don't feel like you guys are not showing enough love.
Yeah.
They got to show a lot of love.
That one is a big gem.
I know. That's like a life changer.
Big gem. And you guys need to understand, you subscribing and you liking our channel is going to, help YouTube, help us, the algo and all that stuff, because we are going to continue to give you guys gems on everything, as we continue to say, right? Not just business, not just life experiences, not just love, not just relationship, just kind of everything, right?
Everything.
How do winners think?
How do winners think?
That's why we're here. So,
Well, let's get into it.
Today.
So, I got a couple topics, but you just said something that I want to start off with.
Yeah.
Look, my mic is low. But how do winners think, actually, is what I want to start off with.
Oh, that's great.
And,
shout out to Starbucks.
I wish I had some.
That's so good.
How dare you not grab me some?
Oh, my God.
Will, I'm going to blame you. Because, Will, you told me that if you need anything, I'm gonna get it.
It's okay, bro.
There's other places.
The first time I got here, she blamed me for a couple things, so she just needs somebody else. She's not trying to beat me up that bad. So that's all good.
It's just like now my energy's gonna be low and everybody's gonna be on 1,000 because they have coffee and I don't. It's okay. I'm natural.
It's all
on
right.
a natural high.
Oh, goddamn. Let's do it.
Okay, so here we go.
Yeah.
I want to just talk about the word win, right? When I was young, I played sports, debate team at school, just very president of my class. And my dad would be like, winners win.
Yeah.
Is the biggest thing he told me when I was a kid. Winners win. If I felt discouraged, he'd tell me, winners win. Somebody wanted to fight at school, go hit the boxing thing. What is that thing called?
Boxing bag?
Bag. Go hit the bag in the garage.
Yeah.
Because winners win. We don't lose in nothing.
Yep.
Right? And so that mentality, shout out to my dad. That mentality really stayed with me for life. A winner's win mentality. So much so that when I had my first child, her name is Anoki Win.
Yes.
And you guys are listening to the Winner Seat Podcast. So how do winners think? Winners think from a winner's win mindset. It doesn't matter what you're going through. You can have $1 in your account. When you have a winner's mentality, you know that it's just the cycle of life. But those who put in the work will always get the results.
100%.
And so a winner's mindset it's a lifestyle. Winners think from things of always trying to improve.
Yep.
A winner mindset is not, I'm better than you.
No.
I know it all.
No.
That's not a winner's mindset. A mindset of a winner is, I always want to learn. I always want to read. I always want to be around other people who have more information than me. I want to be in the rooms that are going to take me to the next level.
Well,
and even when you get to that level, you want to get to the next rooms. You know what I'm saying? That's how winners think.
Well, people are very egotistical nowadays, so people don't even want to people don't realize that being around people that are smarter than you, that have what you want, that have more money than you, that are more successful than you. Some people are so egotistical nowadays that they can't even be around those people because their character is challenged.
Yeah.
Right? And not realizing that you need to be around those people because those are the people that's going to help you elevate your life.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So how can you be a winner if you're not around winners or you're not around people that think and have a winning attitude? And it's like you said, winner attitude, and it's a lifestyle.
Right.
Right.
And you got to know when to hop off that hamster wheel too, because sometimes you'll be operating something and you think you're winning, and it's like it's not working. Jump off the wheel and get into something else.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Realizing when something is not working is very tough for some people. Some people get emotionally attached.
Yeah.
To businesses, to situations.
I do. I mean, I'll be the first to say.
Sure. I have too before.
It happens. But I think that when you're in a winner's mentality, because everybody is not going to get to that level, it's just not going to happen.
No.
only few will enter like how they say only few will enter the doors of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Only few will enter the doors of true success.
Yeah.
And I think it's because people are overconsumed with everything else other than focusing on what is it going to take to get to their goal.
Let me ask you a question.
Absolutely.
What's true success?
To me, so early in November, I'm going to this really amazing event where everyone there has to have a net worth of 20 million or more, liquid, to like investable liquid.
I can't go there yet.
I'm not at that point, I want to be clear. But I was invited because the way that I think, the way that I put my businesses together, the way that I'm a contributor to, let's just say, this is particularly in the technology field. It's a private island, Star Island, where like Jeff Bezos bought a house.
Fire.
Diddy.
Dope.
DJ Khaled. Like.
So you got invited because your mindset is that of a millionaire.
Yeah. Well, I got invited because my mindset, I've surpassed millionaire. Like I've made
100%.
my first million when I was years ago, but it's now the mind of a billionaire.
100%.
I don't even want to touch the M's anymore. It's the B's that I want to get to. And to get to that level of execution, it takes sacrifice, it takes discipline. And I'll be the first to say right here on camera, I have not completely poured myself into the mindset of a billionaire's behavior because it is not easy. It's lonely.
It's not.
There's certain things you don't do. There's certain things you don't drink, certain things you don't consume. It's a reason why certain people get to certain places, right?
Well, I want to say this, right? There's a reason why there's a lot of people, and obviously I'm not talking about you because you're freaking queen boss. You gonna get to the beats. We gonna get to the beats.
Absolutely.
If
I make those changes that are necessary to get there. I want to just say this. A lot of people go around, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be this. No, you're not.
Yeah, what are you doing?
If you're not putting in the work, if you're not getting off the hamster wheel, if you're not pivoting, if you're not working with like-minded people, if you're not
taking risks.
You got to take risks.
Yeah, that's
if
number
you're
one.
Not associating yourself with someone who's going to help you. This is going to be my next topic, but I'm just going to throw it out there real quick as a point. Jay-Z didn't get to be a billionaire without Beyonce by his side. It was a like-minded energy.
Yep.
You think A$AP Rocky is with Rihanna for fun? Nah.
I mean, I'm sure they love each other, but it's also
check the interview that he did years ago. Yeah. He friend-zoned her. I watched it. He friend-zoned her. They said it was a kill, love, and whatever, that little thing they do. Rihanna wasn't even an option for him. He was like, he's like, no disrespect to her. I mean, she cool, but I mean, nah.
Yeah.
And now you went and had babies with this man who he said how he felt about you years ago. But see, everything changes.
Everyone changes.
Everything changes.
Everyone
Now, let's
evolves.
be clear. She's a billionaire now. Bow the down. Come correct. No, it ain't
different.
no, she's all right. It's friend. No, it's not friend zone. Now it's baby, I want to baby mama.
It's different.
I want you. I need you.
It's different.
It's different. That's the type of time that I'm on. Like, bow down is how I feel. I don't want, and I ain't even had my coffee. And
I was just
I'm on
get out
1,000.
my head. Get out my head. You
It's
stay
always
doing
like
that
that.
double pound. You stay.
Boom, boom.
Sis, you my
Listen.
sis, man.
Like,
listen.
You can't.
You on one right now. You sure you ain't have Starbucks?
I didn't have no coffee. You got to run circles around people that played in your face. And I think, hey, they found love in a hopeless place. That's her hit song, right? But truth of the matter is, he played in your face publicly on an interview. So what was he really saying to his friends about you? Like, whatever the case may be. The only man to me that really like loved her like that was Drake. Like, he really was a big fan.
Well,
but she felt he was corny. It's so crazy. Like Rihanna,
and even for him, it's different now.
Right.
He's not as he's not corny at all.
He's not as corny. He still is a little corny. Drake is Drake, right? But to me, like a Drake and a Rihanna, that would have been like, wow, a Beyonce
crazy.
And Jay-Z level. Powerhouse. Out
I
of
like
there.
A$AP though. A$AP is lit.
A$AP is good for her because she wants that New York guy. She wants that and I get it. I love New York energy.
Oh,
y'all crazy.
You feel me? We straight up.
Crazy.
You know
but it's a certain energy.
Yeah.
That energy compared to Drake's energy is different.
It's different. That Toronto energy. Shout out to Toronto and Canada, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think sometimes, I went down a tangent.
It's nothing like New York though.
But listen, you New Yorkers is crazy. But
shout out to Boston because I live in Boston, but I'm always gonna be a New Yorker.
Of course.
It's in my blood.
And you should rep where you're from. You should.
It's in my blood. You know what I'm saying? I would like to say this though. Now that you was talking about how you have to do certain things and think a certain way and kind of like get a whole brand new routine in order to
You gotta be
actually
ready.
get to the billions, right? And you have to, this is my thing, right? If you envision yourself, right, close your eyes.
And by the way, when you're done, ask me what that routine is so I
Yeah.
can break down what I believe it takes to get to be billionaire status.
I would love to. So this is my thing. You envision yourself with everything that you want.
Yes.
Right? The house that you want. We spoke about that in previous podcasts.
Right.
The house that you want, the woman or man that you want, the car that you want, the cars that you want, you know, the life that you want, the trips that you want, everything that you truly want. And think about the things that version of yourself at that moment is doing mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of that.
Right.
Those are the things that you need to commit yourself to. Think about it, because if you are where you are today and you're envisioning yourself with all these things and you don't have that yet, is because you have not walked the shoes that version of you having all those things, right? So you need to kind of like, you know, adopt those things before you even get there, right? It's kind of like, again, being kind of like a little bit delusional of kind of like faking yourself out and saying, I'm already this, I'm already that, I already have this house, I already have, because you have to really tune in to that version of yourself so that way you know exactly the things that you need to do and that are required to have all those things.
Absolutely.
Right? What is it? What's your routine like?
So,
you know,
I'm gonna break this down. It's really interesting.
For sure. You know, I'm still, you know, you're a little bit more ahead of me. I'm very humble, guys. I'm very humble. I'm very real. I have not touched the M's yet, right? So you after the B's, I'm after the M's.
And listen, it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let me explain something to you.
I don't feel ashamed.
I've made a lot of money. I've lost money.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay.
Same here.
I take risk. I love being alive. As long as I'm alive and this heart is pumping, I'm gonna take a chance. And sometimes those chances pan out, and sometimes they don't.
They don't.
And sometimes, like, I invested in a company, the most money I've ever invested in a business, and it was supposed to pop off already, and it hasn't yet. Yeah. And like, at the same time,
so glad you said that.
Yeah, at the same time, I'm like, I'm patient. I'm just seeing what happens, you know? And so, back to your question. To me, to get to billionaire status,
what is it? What is it that you...
Okay. When you look at a billionaire, now this is when talking with a colleague of mine, he has a billionaire mentor, and he pours that information into me, which I love. So this is coming straight from a billionaire's mouth.
Beautiful.
First thing you got to do, how do you get to billionaire status? Most billionaires get there from having a business that's successful, meaning real estate, a real estate portfolio, technology, oil and gas.
Yeah.
Something that is disruptive, that is a necessity.
Yeah.
Right?
A worldwide necessity.
Yeah. A worldwide necessity. And that's how you get there, right? Now, first thing you got to do is you got to look at their core team. Build a team that cares about your dreams.
Yep.
They have to be okay, because what's happening now is everybody gets into this, well, I want to do my own business. I want to do my own. And they want to compete.
There's no teamwork.
Oprah said it best. You cannot hang out with someone who wants your life. No. She talked about this a long time ago. There's nothing wrong with being inspired, but it has to come in cycles. Like, for example, the creator of Microsoft, he talked about how his right-hand man, you know, saw the vision, understood, pushed it, did it, and now that guy's now a billionaire too, right? Because you allowed the first person's dream to push through. And you didn't get caught up in the, well, what about me? I got ideas. I mean, I got, no. It doesn't work that way.
No.
It has to be a team effort. So your core team has to understand the vision. So that's number one.
Yep.
Now let's talk about
key.
Your project manager. I'm bringing on a project manager going into 2024, that's my goal. Project manager, because I can't do everything. And if you have a wide range of things that you want to do, things fall through the cracks.
Yep.
So you have to have a project manager that cares about your projects in the same way that you care about it. Now, with that being said, they should have daily and weekly meetings with you, updating you. It doesn't have to be over the phone always. It could be an email. Hey, this is what I did today. I X'd off this off of today's to-do list.
Yep.
And once you get good, like for me, I want to have 7 of them.
Yep.
Right? But right now, that's overwhelming for me. But once I train 1 really good, 2, 3, because I have an assistant, but I need a project manager. Because a project manager sees the vision on things differently than an assistant. It's just levels, right? Like you're not going to have a nurse perform surgery on you, are you?
Absolutely not.
Right. So it's like looking at it from those pair of lenses. So project manager
Yes.
over these tasks.
Important.
With those project managers, you have to be stern. What is the status of this? What is the status of that?
Be on top of your work.
Be on top of it.
Even though you have the project manager still managing, oversee things.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I am the creative person. This is who I am. And because of that, I need someone who can handle structure. Because I'm going to come with these ideas, and I need to have my right-hand person.
Yes.
So outside of the project managers, there has to be a right-hand person.
That's huge. That's usually me. I'm the creative person, but in order to the organization and all that's where I need the people for
you.
You
Have the right hip.
Yep.
Someone who can be on your right hip. Now, the cool thing about it is I do have an organization side. I just don't like to use it, right? But when looking at this, hold on one second. Okay. One of the things that your project manager can do, solely focus on bringing on angel investors to your project. So you have one that's dedicated towards crowdfunding. Hey, I'm growing my Turo fleet. I need OPM, other people's money. We told you guys this, right? I need you to find all of the resources to where I can get leverage to get capital.
That's just key because we were talking about this last night. Because I'm getting ready to start my cart fleet and facts. You
so
use OPM, yeah.
You don't have the time to research all these things.
No,
so you can assign it to someone.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
When it comes to me, though, I'm looking at them like, hey, I need you to break down how much we need for development, marketing, accounting. What is it going to take for us to get a project delivered on time and within the budget? If I say the budget is this, I need you to execute, right? If you're not structured appropriately, then you need a board of advisors to help with the work chart.
Yeah.
Does it look similar to what the work chart of a billionaire looks like? Meaning having a holdings company, right? Having the LLC here, having everything flow. It flows like that for a reason.
Yeah.
Which leads me to my other point. When it comes to becoming a billionaire, billionaires are married. There's a reason why they're married. There's a reason why someone who's single, running around, sleeping with this person, sleeping with that person, it's not appropriate structure for the growth and development of a true partnership.
And you're exchanging energies with too many people.
It's too much. You can't focus on the goal, right? Go look it up. Every billionaire is married. It's no rah rah ha ha. They may, once they got to that level, do stuff on the side. Don't get me wrong. I do think that occurs, but majority of them,
most of them
are married, locked in, focused. Very few are not, and the ones that are not, they're emotionally fall apart. I can think of one right now who's not. I'm not going to say his name. He's an emotional wreck, and I know that personally. I know that for sure. I'm gonna show you who. You see who I said?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Emotional wreck.
Yeah, we can't say that name. Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
It sucks. I mean, he's one of my faves,
But it's just the truth. So
yeah. Especially after that passing away a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That's
we don't want to go too deep with it.
No, absolutely.
So
too respectful.
So interesting enough, for me, I'm realizing that in order for me to get to my goal of being a billionaire, and this is where my, I guess, masculine energy kind of thrives a bit. I understand that I do need to be married. I need to find a partner, and we have to have the same common goal. And some of the things that I wish to bring to the table, right? we kind of talked about this a little bit on our last podcast, and I didn't touch on this because I was thinking from a emotional standpoint, but from a structural standpoint, I'm in law school. I'm going to be an attorney. That takes that off the table for me and who I'm with. So now any law stuff we need, that's handled, right? That's valuable.
Yep.
For any man who's high value, who has businesses going on, I now add that value to our partnership. Accounting. I am not an accountant, but I do have certain skills that have connected me with, I can purchase an accounting firm. Well, I'm the boss, so you're going to do my taxes before everybody's.
Yep.
You know, then it's the loopholes, because there's so many loopholes within taxes. You have to know.
As we was talking last night.
Yeah, you have to know and have someone who knows these loopholes, because guess what they do? They then save you money.
Yep. A lot of money.
A lot of money. A lot of money.
Yeah.
And so
shout out to my CPA. He saved me a lot of money.
Trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Like CPAs who know how to make things happen. Like when you're looking at, this is me from a woman's standpoint, how to get to billionaire status, you come with as much of a full package as you can.
Absolutely.
Where it's a no-brainer for your partner to be like, okay, we're about to go do this. We have a goal. We understand the mission. We understand what we're up to. This is clear.
That's because you chose your partner, obviously, wisely. And I think what we're getting at here is as far as billionaire status, right? I would say that the most important part would be that you need to become a professional delegator.
Yeah.
Right? You need to know.
Super organized.
Yeah. You need to know that you need to delegate. You need to be a professional delegator. You need to delegate your work, right? Because you understand that you're the boss. You understand that you're the one that doesn't have as much time. You understand that you can't do everything by yourself, right? And so from what I'm getting from the message, right? Because the message is coming from an actual billionaire, right?
Yeah. This is what he said.
Yeah, exactly. So, delegating is super key, because if there's so long that you could do things
but
by
it's
yourself.
It's bigger than delegating, because we all know about delegating. It's building a core team of executors. A core team where you are looking and saying, hey, you know what? Joshua, you're good at X. I'm going to have you over here. Jasmine, you're good at Y. I'm going to have you over here.
Super delegating.
Pay attention to people's skill set and place them where they belong in your Rolodex of tasks.
Especially if it's skill sets that you might not be so good at. And a lot of people have so much ego nowadays that they want to do things by themselves, and they waste time trying to learn things along the way, trying to do it by themselves or trying to save money, when in reality, you're wasting time.
Yeah.
So if you could just move smart, right? And wisely and start delegating and start assigning, and saying, I'm not really so good at marketing. Right. I have a huge business, but if I can get marketing, I can make an extra 100 M's, you know what I'm saying? Or make an extra 500K, I'm not too good at marketing. I'm not too good at Facebooks and ads and stuff like that. So I'm going to delegate to get somebody that's professional enough and is really an expert at doing this, instead of me trying to figure out how to do this. Because of course, it's a whole bunch of YouTube and videos, and I can catch a course and all that stuff. But it's like, now you're now you're wasting time. Right. So finding the right people that can lend a hand the right way, and obviously experts in their fields, and knowing how to properly place them is what you're saying is the message here, is to make sure that.
Absolutely. Yep. And I think another key takeaway is, we've talked about this before, but people really need to understand OPM, other people's money. Get people to believe in your dream. And if they believe in your dream enough, because you believe in it enough, and they see your passion, people will put money behind you. Yeah. They just will. If they believe in you, they will. I've put money behind people's businesses before because I believed in what they were doing. It didn't work out. They tricked me. But
that's part of the process. That's part of the game.
Now I just only want to focus on my own stuff, right? But at one point I was like, oh, okay, let me do this over here. Let me do that over there. And it's just, at the same time, look at a person's track record. And this is really important. Ask for proof of what they've done. Like, because right now, and I hate to say it because it sounds bad, but like, Anybody can Photoshop a bank statement.
Everything.
I mean,
No, everyone
you
can
got to come with that
Photoshop
video.
everything.
Video login. Like, come on. Like, don't be bamboozled.
Everything. Like, everything can be Photoshopped nowadays. Don't believe in screenshots. Don't believe in profits, bank accounts. Don't believe in any of that.
Right.
Because if there's one thing that's for sure is that there's nothing but a whole bunch of scammers nowadays online.
More than ever before.
More than ever before, especially
a lot of rah ha ha.
It's because there's so much money being made online as well.
Yeah.
Right. And so you just definitely got to be careful with these scammers because they will make anything up.
Yep, for sure.
You know what I mean? So
next topic, because we are moving right along, is a trending topic.
Yeah.
I want to share with you.
This one is good.
This was about Jada and Will Smith. So
wow,
there's a lot to unpack with it. There's one thing in particular I want to call out with everything as we dissect this arrangement.
We're gonna let's dive in.
Okay,
this is what we gonna
So here we go. Jada is coming out with this book. So now she's spilling all the beans on various things. Obviously, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on stage.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Which I thought was fake at first, but we all see it's not.
It's not, yeah.
And
sucks because I love both of them. Like,
yeah, and they've been separated, she said, for 7 years, which is why she was with August Alsina. But that's not the point I want to start off with.
It's crazy.
Before we go down that route of this rabbit hole of their story, this is the part that I want to touch on. They did not sign a prenup with each other. He's worth $350 million. She's worth $50 million. Instead, they looked each other in the eyes and said, no matter what, we will not get a divorce. And so that's why they have not gotten a divorce.
So they haven't got a divorce because of protection of, really at this point, Will. Because my thing is, right, so they weren't together for 7 years, but they're still, obviously, and now we understand, why, right? But from my understanding, they've been having a lot of issues way from a long time ago. I mean, things are coming back up like Tupac. You know what I'm saying?
That's her true love. That's her true love.
And it's like, I just don't. Here's the thing for me. Will Smith, from what we see, right? Because we don't really truly know these people's lives, right?
But he's an icon.
Will Smith is literally, outside of Denzel Washington, is my favorite actor.
He's great,
right? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is literally my favorite all-time show. Like, I grew up watching it, and it's like, from what you see, Will Smith was a rapper that didn't even curse. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can see that the guy's full of life. The guy is as genuine as possible from what we see, right?
I want to ask you a question really quick.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about what we see. He doesn't seem alpha to me. Tupac was alpha. Do you think that's the issue? She needed him to be more alpha. I think he's more beta. What's your thoughts on that?
I feel like that's probably what we're seeing now, because he is being put in a hard place where it's like, I don't want to make the lady, because he obviously still, it seems like he still loves her, right? I might be wrong, but
he slapped him over her. It was different.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me, he's put in a position where it's like, I'm Will Smith. I'm being belittled right now.
Yeah.
Right? By his own wife.
Right.
Because I can't agree with certain things that she does it so regular.
Yeah.
Like, she just almost kind of heartless. And to me, is fucking distasteful. I'm sorry for cursing. It's distasteful because, first of all, this man got more money than you. It's not even about money. He's you were already in a place of success, but he's way more successful than you. And so because of his success, you've had a lot more eyes in your life,
right,
and a lot more opportunities.
Right. Because truthfully, if you weren't married to him, you haven't really done, I think she did Girls Trip or something like that. But
she been in The Matrix? Come on, like, she's done a few things, but then it's like, and then she has this whole red table,
talk,
and It's just, what are we talking about here? It's just a level of toxicity that's just kind of crazy for a grown ass woman. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, the fuck you mean an entanglement? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Oh, nah, because we're not together. You're just separated.
Let's talk about that.
And then you messing with a kid though.
But let's be honest. August was not a kid. He was younger.
He was younger.
Not a kid. He was
compared to her?
He was a legal adult.
Oh, no, of course.
And Will Smith also had his own whoop-de-whoop on the side.
Well, from what I heard, they had an open relationship. So that's what it was.
Okay, so then why?
That's what they made it seem like.
So then why did you just attack Jada only right now?
My thing is, because it wasn't an open relationship, they lied. They weren't together for the whole 7 years. And so
but that basically means an open marriage, because the marriage is not over, but they're free to date who they want.
To me, an open relationship or an open marriage is saying we both agree that we're together and we're still together, happily together. We just have that kind of outlook where we can go out and date other people, which is obviously not my prerogative. I wouldn't even move like that. That's not my thing.
Right, because it's pointless.
Yeah, really. But that's to me, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. That's just my perspective.
No, I agree.
Me and you came to an agreement that we are going to have an open relationship. Not that we're having an open relationship because because we're sour with each other, or because we don't like each other like that anymore. We are not in love. We love each other, but we're not in love. Two different things.
Right.
Right. So that's why I'm getting at it, because y'all want to give people this bullshit about being in an open relationship, because that was the conversation a year or 2 years ago. Oh, they're in an open relationship. Nah, but she was supposed to do this, and he had his own thing.
What do you think she was supposed to do? Just not date someone famous, or what did you?
No, I mean, she could have done whatever.
Outside of her making these announcements about him, what did she do wrong?
I don't see anything that she did wrong. What I see is that the way that she's coming out and speaking about somebody who she loved or loves or just not in love with anymore, right? And obviously it's not my place, because, hey, that's their relationship, right? But I just see my problem is I see the way that she speaks about him in interviews and in anything, and it seems kind of heartless. It seems like she doesn't care about him. And then when you hear him talk in interviews, it's different. He's like trying to protect her. He's like, and that's why you say that he's not alpha. And in reality, I don't believe that he's not alpha. I think that he is alpha. I think that he's really been put in a place where he doesn't want to look wrong. He also wants to protect the woman that he loves, because it seems like he loves her more than she loves him. You understand? So,
but I think, let me ask you a question. Let's just talk about the alphaness of it. What is your definition of an alpha male? We kind of touched on this before, but in regards to Will, the reason why I say it, I felt like...
I know why you're saying it.
I felt like him even going up to slap Chris Rock was him trying to show, like, I'm alpha.
Alpha, yeah.
You don't have to show you're anything, right?
You don't.
It's just
I'm
who
not
you
saying
are.
because of that.
And men, I want to be clear. You don't have to be alpha. No. This world and society makes it seem like everybody has to be macho, right? Doesn't mean you should be walking around in a skirt with heels on either, right? Because that's happening a lot. It's getting out of hand, okay? Yeah. But at the same time, you can be who you are. Like, not everybody, just like same thing in business. Everybody's not going to be a boss, a CEO. Like, it's okay. It's okay to be beta. Yeah. It's okay to be alpha beta, which is like a mix, right? Which is what I really prefer.
Yeah.
Alpha men
I'll give him
sometimes
that.
Lack emotional, substance. Yeah. I believe that Will is probably alpha beta.
That I can go with.
Possibly, yeah, I would say alpha beta, or possibly just beta. And that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I think that Jada has not taken the time to understand loving him for who he is. And she continues to talk on Tupac, who was definitely alpha. And she striving for that alpha male that Tupac was, which that was years ago. Who knows how Tupac would be if he was alive at this day and age, right? They're in their 50s. Who knows? But I say that to say, I do feel like she's getting a lot of slack in the media.
She is.
I think that if you agree to an open marriage and you have the right to date,
oh no, you do your thing.
you do have,
that's not even, I don't even care about, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's just, to me, what I'm saying is, when you see her interview and when you see his interview, you can tell the level of care.
Absolutely.
And the level of care
difference
that she has, she doesn't have, I can't say she doesn't care at all, but it doesn't
She's
look
not
like,
in love with them. That's for sure.
100%. But
for sure not in love with them.
And he might not be either, but you can see that there's a level of love
and respect.
And respect. And I feel like she wants to make it seem like she respects him, but she says these underhand comments in her interviews that I'm just like, and then the way she just portrays these things when she's talking about it, and just
did you hear the latest thing that she just announced?
What?
She was selling crack cocaine.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like,
yeah, because
okay,
she, and then she obviously,
she's really trying to sell this book.
She went against herself. Yeah, she's clickbaiting and all that stuff. She went against herself because she said that she would never want to be with a man that sells drugs and stuff like that, and that's why the reason why Tupac was only a friend, right? But then she turned around and had to sell drugs because she had to, make money to support her dreams or whatever the case may be. That's what I heard.
Now, let me just say this.
Yeah.
You were just talking about how she talks about Will in comparison to how he talks about her.
I don't feel like she, it's just...
I want to say something, though.
Crazy.
I have to be honest.
Yeah.
They're married. There's no prenup. She can take him for half right now. She has not.
Yeah.
There is some type of love and respect there. She has not.
100%.
She has not taken him to court and taken half alimony. I mean, she could get paid out the ass right now.
Yep. And
she has not done that. And
well, let's go further. Maybe that's why he's being in the way.
I was going to say that next. You see?
I like the fact that you said double pound that. Double pound.
Boom, boom.
That's good.
Because there's strategy behind everybody's shit.
Yeah. Especially when there's that kind of money involved.
Yeah, because did you go up on stage to protect her to just for the hell of it? Do you really not care?
I'm just being biased, man. I really love Will, man.
Yeah.
And this man is you could feel the aura of this man. I don't feel like this man is a bad man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you just feel people's vibrations and
I don't think he's a bad man at all.
You could this man looks like he's like pure. Of course, everybody does this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then you could feel her aura, and I'm not saying she's an evil woman. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? She's beautiful, and but you could just see the sense of I don't care what people think and say about me. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say about Will, and then Will speaks his piece as in I'm gonna walk very very thread lightly here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna respect. Right, but I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and you have a good point.
We have kids together, you
know?
And the kids seem to be going through a little emotional.
It might be that. It might be that he's trying to protect himself because she can take him. She can,
but she also just said something else, which I thought was interesting. She had put together a plan for her suicide. Did you hear about this? A step-by-step plan how she was going to drive her car off of a cliff she was having a mental breakdown. She was really discouraged. I wanted to say something to you. If you've never been bullied and talked about, even when you're in the public eye, I managed celebrities for years and influencers and stuff. And let me tell you something. Almost 90% of them have all felt at some point or another suicidal, depressed, down. You get all these eyes on you, all this attention, and then people are picking at you. Oh, you gained weight. Oh, this.
It's tough.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Or, oh, you look different. Or, I mean, it was a really interesting experience to watch. One girl in particular that I was, managing, shout out to you. I'm not going to say her name. But she really struggled. And I had to wrap my arms around her and just pour love into her. Because when you're getting bullied and talked about on a regular basis from the regular people who are on the outside looking in, it's no big deal. You signed up for this. But imagine how much backlash Jada received with that August Alsina ordeal. Because August fell in love with her, obviously. And now August is now with men. She didn't turn the man into gay.
What?
He has a boyfriend.
Look, I just know this Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith because I'm a huge Will Smith
And
fan.
let me tell you
I don't
something.
really know these kind of gossips.
Most of the world is a huge Will Smith fan. So what do you think happened to Jada? They attacked her.
Facts, right?
They attacked her bad.
But what the? I didn't know. Homie was that's crazy.
Yeah, he
That's
like I
just
guess he's
crazy.
bisexual and like
no, I don't believe in that. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
it's just
Not a man. I'm good.
yeah, he's
That's just me.
Yeah,
that's
for
just
sure.
me. I'm sorry. Well, respect. I really, really respect everyone's decision of being who they are. I swear, and I'm not even being sarcastic. I really, really, I love human beings. Right.
Right.
If you're a man, you're not bi. You're either one way or the other way. No.
Yeah.
What the fuck you mean? I receive and give? The fuck out of here. That shit don't make no damn sense.
Listen, I'm not in his bedroom.
Hey.
I don't know, but he announced like he found a love that he was searching for. I mean, I think he has some emotional issues. Obviously, we can see that in
you
his
can
music.
see, yeah, no, he
yeah,
you know. And I just want to say, as far as like the suicide things, it's tough being
It is tough.
you know,
in the
being
spotlight, you just from everyone's viewpoint, you just hurt Will Smith, everyone's beloved favorite actor. From Men in Black, from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, from I mean everything that he's done, right? He's respected. You are the villain. The harassment that she received was through the roof. So she put together her suicidal plan. And
I would never, no.
And she was planning on executing it until her son.
No.
Her son recently got her on some psychedelic stuff, which is like becoming like legalized and stuff, like different mushrooms and stuff.
Shrooms and stuff like that.
And
no, we need Jada Pinkett here. It's not like that. Like, you know, and let me just not be biased on Will Smith. Just overall, as a human being, and it's just me being me, because a lot of the stuff also, I'm very honest. Y'all know I'm very transparent. A lot of the stuff I may be right on, I may be wrong on. I just know that I'm biased, right? But we don't know. We don't know what really happened. We don't know if Will Smith is a fucking dick.
Right.
We don't know if he really did a number on her. And then now, long time ago. Right. And then now, you know, she's just like, then had it. We don't know.
He could have been cheating the whole time.
I don't know.
There's a lot of speculation about his lifestyle as well, but no one really knows except them.
Yeah. So it's just, you know, that's why we have these podcasts for, you know, at the end of the day, to discuss these things.
But the reason why we're seeing her consistently, right?
Yeah.
Again, I want to give her respect because she's not acting, right? So money starts, when you're not bringing in, you're running out. It's just how it goes, right?
Yep.
So she's launched a book. So she's doing all this so that people want to buy her book and they want to get more information. And obviously the slap, you know, push that. And, you know, again, I want to just say, this woman kept her word. She has not taken half of his money.
And that's to be respected, yeah.
Instead, she's sharing her story through her truth, through her eyes. And, you know, Jada, if you happen to see this or will, best of luck to you guys. I think that it's admirable that you decided to not, you know, file for divorce knowing there was no prenup and know that you would, you know, be able to take half. Instead, you're putting yourself out there and you're releasing a book and you're getting backlash for it. And I know that it's not easy to receive backlash. And, you know, best of luck to you.
Yeah. I just want to say, as human beings, nobody should be thinking about killing themselves, you know, based on people getting, I know it's tough, of course.
Yeah.
But again, for Will and Jada, I really do wish that they can find some sort of because there's no leveling there. And I hope they can find some sort of middle ground when they can both have a full understanding, because there's not an understanding there. You know, but I just wish them the best. You know, they're two dope, you know, human beings, one being a amazing actor, you know, and the other one, from what I believed, was a great wife, you know, and a lot of people used to look up to them.
Yeah.
as couples.
I want that Will and Jada love. J. Cole said that.
Yeah, so many people, and the lesson here is
things crumble too.
Yeah,
People,
yeah,
we give
100%.
credit to too much stuff.
Yeah. I mean, things crumble, and maybe things was great at one point. I just wish them the best, whatever that may mean to them.
Listen, I mentioned it to you last night at the restaurant. I was at an event with Jay-Z and Beyonce, a very personal, intimate event, and she was very mute, and I was just like, oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And again, shout out to Jay-Z and Beyonce because they're doing their thing.
Those right there, though.
But when you see Rihanna is she's herself with, ASAP. She's like, she's doing her. So it's an interesting dynamic. Jay-Z's the billionaire. He has more money than Beyonce, but she's the bigger superstar in regards to still performing and stuff like that. And does she have to bow down to him because of that? There's been talks around that. Now you look at Rihanna, she's already billionaire status. A$AP Rocky is nowhere near close. He's a millionaire, but he's not a billionaire and nowhere near it, right? Yeah. And she's able to be her regular, crazy, fun self. And he's being his fun, crazy self. He's not being like a submissive male. And she's not like, let me be
No, he's from
submissive.
New York, so he's going to be him no matter what.
Yeah, so it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Well, this one was a nice little short one.
Yeah.
Right? We got to get going, and we're going to end this one with a nice little message. Just want to say, man, appreciate your other half.
Yeah.
Work things out, There's no reason why anybody should be thinking cheating or let me leave this person, or like if you can work things out and you can communicate and just don't hide anything from each other,
right?
And if you're one of those that likes to have an open relationship, then go for it. Just make sure that doesn't take your actual relationship to the drain,
right?
Because remember, it's an open
which
relationship.
I think it can, because that's a lot to balance.
You know what I mean? So I really do believe in. I always get the words confused. What's it, monogamy? When you just like it's just two people together?
Monogamy, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I believe in.
Yeah.
And if you have that and you have something good with someone, work through the problems.
Absolutely.
Work through the problems, work through the issues. You could do it together, and at the point when you feel like you're, if you don't feel like you're in love with this person anymore and you just love them and there's no love, there's no in love, and then there's no like not even physical, then cordially find a way to end the relationship. Not try to
yeah, and do it where you can still be friends and it's respectful.
Especially
and
if
it's
you have
not
kids in between.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because how do you think your kids feel when they see these things on TV? You guys are so big.
And one thing that I wish we could have touched on is the difference between being in love and loving someone, because I think a lot of people don't really quite know the difference.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
So we should touch on that on another
episode. For sure. Well, thank you guys for joining. This was a nice little short one. Thank you guys for joining again. Shout out to all you subscribers. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button.
Yes.
We'll see you guys on the next episode.
Yes.
Major Source here.
Natasha, have a good one. Bye.